Hi everybody, it's Steve with Steve's Bay 3 Garage. I'm giving you a bit of a follow-up from my video a couple of weeks back on the Genmitsu 3020 Pro Max CNC router. So, a couple more weeks of using it and kind of following up on some of the first impressions. Thought I'd pass those along. Some of the things that I'd mentioned in the first video, like I think the clamps seemed a little fiddly. That's proven out to be true. Seems like I spend as much time setting up the clamps on the workpiece as I do running the router to machine something. Also, the limit switch, it seems like every time I'm in here working, I seem to bump it, and I'm just afraid one of these days I'm going to damage it, bend the lever or something like that. Wiring, so did a little bit more work on wiring, and what I did, I designed and made a couple of parts and printed them on my 3D printer. I have uploaded them to Thingiverse. You can find them under Steve's Bay 3 Garage. No apostrophe, no space, but an underscore instead of a space for the Steve's Bay 3 Garage. And essentially what I did is I've got two styles of little clips that quarter turn into the channels and have a slot to run a tie wrap through, so you can use those to secure some things. Also, up here for the wires to the Z-axis, both motor and stepper, these things were like flopping over the end, and I was afraid they'd catch as the carriage moved down. So I created these, again, zip tie holders that hold the wire up in a way and seem to work pretty good. I've got one for the stepper motor, one for the main motor. So I'll just give you a quick view. Here's one of the two styles of a quarter turn, and you can put it in the channel, do a quarter turn, and hopefully you can see there the little slot to run your zip tie through. So I've got a single direction and a two direction. One that's a little thicker goes that way as well. And then the same thing with the post. Slip it in, do a quarter turn, locks in place. You can tie it down there. And I made a little bit of a notch so you can tie it up there as well. And got those going here, and those work out pretty good. Also, then I had made the mounts for the power supply. Kind of made an option here. You can mount the power supply horizontal like I have. Uses a couple of screw holes that were tapped and holds it in place that way. Or you can also turn it 90 degrees, and this one is cut off on the back side, so use that where the fan opening is and it doesn't hurt it at all. Again, those are on Thingiverse, and you can download those and print off some kind of wire wrap things. Now, I also uploaded the little tool holder I made. Holds the tools that come with it, along with a space for a cutter, a couple extra ER11 collets, etc. So that's there as well. What I'm working on is something for a clamping system. I'd mentioned in the first video how the spacing is kind of odd, so every time you do one of these, you got to do two of them. So here's like a fixed stop clamp, and then I got a longer one to use this direction, because the spacing is not the same. Also working on one that's a little bit adjustable. The problem with the 3D printed is if you make it super adjustable to go to these and you're only using the back, it's a little too flexible. You run a compromise between how high should the stop be versus length. If it's too high, it can interfere. I made these about 12 millimeters high. You could always make it higher and try it longer. Haven't uploaded those yet because I'm still kind of fussing with it. And then also trying to figure out a wedge system. 3D printed this. Got a 6 millimeter bolt through it. The idea is, being a bit of a wedge, you overlap and tighten it down, and the wedge crams the workpiece against the stop. So, not fully done with the development there. If I get it working halfway good, I'll upload that as well. So, anyhow, just wanted to update everyone where I'm at on this. Otherwise, still learning my G code, doing better with it every day, and away we go. Been impressed with the performance overall. Just a couple of these little miscellaneous things that are kind of annoying. So with that, that's Steve's Bay 3 Garage for now. Bye.